thank you very much for the opportunity to bring our experience and thoughts to and share this experience to all of us. Thank you very much. I'm very glad to introduce. In the last 2 years, we did a lot of work on the 5G enterprise network and the service SLA assurance works. So we are a China company, so our works are mainly in China Mobile and also the China Unicom and the China Telecom customers. And with the within the 2 years, we found the traditional enterprise, the traditional carrier method with the enterprise service quality assurance method are not the same as our speaker side. So we will share our experience here. So in the 5G, you know, we have the opportunities, but all of us know before 5G, the enterprise deploy the Wi-Fi, the UWB, also 4G for their enterprise private services. One of my experiences is with Jingdong, a China internet company shipping services, but before 5G, they use the Wi-Fi to establish their coverage in their shipping and their storage services. But you know this in the right side, the hot map is years ago. The interference is blue. The deeper blue, the interference is heavier. So you see the interference was very severe in Wi-Fi network. So 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when China Mobile introduced 5G enterprise network to Jingdong, Jingdong is very proactive to join the 5G trial. So we have the opportunity to work with Jingdong and China Mobile to find how 5G can bring the benefits to the enterprise services and the enterprise business. We found at the beginning, we use the traditional method to bring the KPI, to bring the traditional like various coverage KPIs like the transmission and the transport KPIs and also call network KPIs to the end customer. But Jingdong, they say we don't care about that. We care about our business, our applications in the 5G network. So we find it's really difficult if we guarantee an end-to-end customer experience on their applications in our 5G private network in the enterprise, because it's a long end-to-end process from the terminals to the gateway to the NR, UPF, and the MEC, and also the company private applications. So we need to find a solution to monitor one side by one side. On every side, we need to monitor the quality of the network, of the terminals, or the various of the application. But that's very time wasting and cost wasting. So we find the methodology. We summarize the enterprise, their IT staffs face the service operation and maintenance, and also the cloud operations, and also the network operations, and as well the security operations. They need to ensure that their applications, their service business run well in the cloud new environment and the 5G new environment. So it's difficult for them to only focus on one side. They need to find a same point to which can cover both the service and also the infrastructures. So we use this method. We define the indexes for this enterprise service quality. We have 3 categories. One is the service health indexes. That means the application status. Another is the network quality, which the applications are running on. And the other is the service response index. That means how our operators or the vendors serve to the enterprises. And we find the first 2 are important. The service health metrics is important to ensure the SLA of the enterprise. Like at the beginning, we summarize the video is the most important application in the enterprises, and also like the AR, VR, the PLC in the industry, and also the like the IoT services in the industry are very popular. So we summarize the indexes and the KPIs for this service as the first step. And the second, we find that the network quality is also important to ensure the service. So we find some generic and some professional KPIs, like the uplink, downlink rate, and the end-to-end delay, the jitter and the packet loss, and also the wireless coverage, as well as like the terminal CPU and memory usage, like these indexes, which are the infrastructure health quality. And also we use the active and the traffic monitoring method to ensure the end-to-end quality. For example, we deploy SDK software in the handset in the terminal, and we simulate the customer services from the terminal side to the 5G MAC side to find the delay and the packet loss of the link. And also we can simulate the service, like the MQTT service, like the video service. We find the video experience, and we find the KPIs that's good or bad, so we can proactively to ensure the quality of the enterprise services. So this is our quick fault diagnosis and fault location method. We typically deploy agent or SDK in the CPE or gateway side. We also can put some hardware probe to put together with the CPE to receive the G-Node-B signals to evaluate what the status of the wireless coverage. We also can deploy different probes in the core network and in the virtualized environment, and also in the customer private IDCs to isolate the end-to-end quality performance, and we use the for example, we use the core network probe in the N6 probe. We can isolate if the performance is caused by the access of the 5G network or by the call side of the MEC or the application itself. We can use the SDK in the agent in the agent in the CPE to isolate the performance problem is in the CPE or in the G-Node B, like this kind of method. Then we collect together all of the KPIs or parameters and to have a machine learning process to find to get the big data analysis and then to find or predict what's the problem, where is the problem. So this is our method. We isolate the network layer and application layer, and we also isolate the network side or the application side. And we also work on the 5G CPE or gateway embedded agent. This work is leading by the CMI and to find a way to make the work easier to put the SDK or agent to the CPE, because you know in 5G the different enterprises or different customers may have different kind of the CPEs, and embed the SDK to the CPE is a complicated work if there's no standard. So leading by the CMI, we participate the industry standard, and and also including like the chipset vendors and the test and environment vendors like us. We together to design and define the how CPE hardware works with the SDK and the agent to put the useful information to diagnose and to find the terminal side problem in the 5G enterprise network. The SDK can provide the mainly four side functions. One is the coverage quality, like RSRP, SNR, and also the network link quality, like packet loss, delay to the from the terminal to the end to the call side, and also the device status, like the device CPU and memory usage, and also we can detect the service quality from the CPE side. So we can management together all these data from different from all the CPEs, and to make the coverage of the quality assurance much bigger. This is some example we did in the last 2 years. This is one example. We worked in Tianjin with a steel enterprise. They have more than 200 cameras in their park, and they need to demonstrate the 5G network advantages in the first phase, and then they decide if they introduce more services and have more services operated to 5G network. So at the beginning, we have the link monitoring and also the video quality monitoring with the hardware, the traffic monitoring, and also the agent, the SDK, embedded SDK monitoring. We monitor the link health status and also the application health status. You see this example. This is an accident one day. We found some alarm that some cameras are offline. So we find our database and our monitoring system to see what's the problem. And we find some cameras are their packet loss is 100%. So we notify the maintenance team, and they find one G-Node B is power off. So we quickly repair this problem and make customer happier, because they say before with the Wi-Fi environment and equipment, they don't have the end-to-end proactive SLA solution to ensure their services. So the customer is very supportive of the 5G upgrade for their steel park. We also make the 3D displays for dashboard for their part 5G services and application health monitoring. And also this is another example that was last summer. You know, our China, we have the CPC celebration of 100th anniversary. And the CCTV uses the 5G with 4K technology to promote the TV quality and decrease the delay of the video program production. But at the beginning, the Beijing Mobile and CCTV found the 5G quality is not as good as they think at the beginning. So we put some time, we take some time to find the problem. With the monitoring in the server side, we find the transmission and the network link is good, but the parameters set in the application side is not optimized. With our problem location and our proposal, they recite the and optimize the application buffer size and the broadcasting and the video capturing and also transmission and also the 5G MEC video production. The performance is much better than before. So with a summary, we have the requirement to improve the customer experience on the 5G network. We collect the data of the network and also the service with the props, and also we use machine learning and AI ops methodologies to process the data, and we have the service quality analysis and service health indexes to make sure the customer can find the benefits of the 5G networks, and then we can make our contribution to the 5G network in the vertical industries. So as Mr. Xiao said, our company is a new company founded by some excellent engineers in 2006, and our base in headquarters is in Beijing, and we also have some branches in China. Our main customers is with the China operators and also the enterprise and also the enterprises. Our focus on the test and monitoring in the carrier and the IT networks. So thank you, everyone.